Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him. And he cannot sin because he is born of God. No one born of God makes a practice of sinning, which is an interpolation there, I think. For God's seed abides in him. And he cannot keep on sinning because he has been born of God. So, what becomes a point of interest with most is this idea of practicing sin. Well, we sin some. Here's the thing. The text says if you're born of God, you do not commit sin. Do we want to start advocating that? No. This verse actually means that those who are born of God do practice sin or do sin, which would mean we're rendering the text to mean exactly the opposite of what it says plainly. Now, this is a difficult text, obviously. But what it certainly doesn't mean to say is that those who are born of God sin. It certainly doesn't say that. So, with fear and trembling, should we approach this text? Certainly. Practice isn't there. It just says sin. So what is this sin? I would argue that this sin, at its foundation, is not the sin of not coming to Christ, who is the only way to be transformed. And on the basis of trust in that, does the Christian walk and sanctification flow? But we approach this subject with fear and trembling because the text says, whoever is born of God does not commit sin. And he cannot sin because he is born of God, period. Little children, I write these things to you so you sin not. But if you do sin, we have an advocate. Jesus Christ the righteous.